Welcome back to the cutting board. It's winter, it's cold and flu season, it's the time that we really want to build up our immunity. Marlene is here with us today and she's going to show us a way that we can actually naturally build up our immunity. And we're going to be using this. What is this?
These are elderberries. We're going to be making an elderberry syrup today.
Elderberry syrup.
Elderberry has been respected, revered for centuries. My grandfather used to tell the story that the elderberry tree, when he was growing up, was so respected that when you would pass it in a path as you were walking to school or something, the men would doff their cap to the elderberry tree. So elderberry has many properties that are viral blocking. It stops the virus from replicating in your body, and it also has anti-tumorigenesis properties in it. It will reduce the severity of your cold and flu and also the duration of your cold and flu. It really is a powerful immune booster, and it puts the virus in jail for you.
Now, we're not just like eating elderberries here.
You could take some and chew them, but we're gonna make a syrup.
Make syrup.
And this syrup is so easy to take. It tastes sweet and delicious. And even for children, it's really easy to give it to them.
So in order to not make a tea, because I suppose like water, you can make a tea out of this. Yes, you can make a tea out of it, yes. But how do we get it to be a syrup?
Okay, so we're gonna add a cup of glycerin to it.
What kind of glycerin is this?
It's vegetable glycerin.
It's vegetable glycerin.
Yes. And the reason we're gonna use the vegetable glycerin is we want to extract some properties out of the elderberry that water does not extract out of it. So we're gonna get a more potent formula for our immune system with more properties in it by adding some glycerin to it. Other times, sometimes people use vinegar to make stronger extracts or alcohol, but this one is safe for children, for elderly, for anybody, because glycerin is a sweet substance, very absorbent, and it goes down easy, and there are no side effects.
And the sweet is gonna help it be more enjoyable.
Yes, exactly.
So what's the process actually making the syrup?
Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is put our water into our pot, 3 cups of water, and we're gonna bring that to a boil by itself before we add the glycerin and the elderberry. Our water's boiling, so we're gonna add our elderberries and our vegetable glycerin. And now we're gonna just leave it on a simmer for 3 hours.
For 3 hours?
3 hours on a low simmer.
We expect you to stay with us for 3 hours while we watch this simmer.
Yes.
So my understanding is that the boiling point of the glycerin in the water is different.
Yes. Glycerin's boiling point is much higher than water, and so what happens if you leave it on a rolling boil, eventually all of the water is going to turn to steam. You're going to be left with glycerin, and you're going to say, wow, what happened to my syrup? There's hardly any left. I better add some more water to this. It's boiled down. And as you do, there will be a big explosion, because the water will turn to steam instantly as it hits the boiling glycerin, which boils at a much higher temperature. So we did a physics lesson here too.
All right, so 3 hours, rolling boil.
No.
Rolling.
Simmer.
Rolling simmer. And when that's done, we'll come back and
3 hours.
Try this syrup. 3 hours have passed. There have been no explosions.
Our syrup is ready. So let's strain it.
Straining it.
Okay.
Taking out the berries.
Now I'm going to use these berries in my compost pile. So I'm going to squeeze out all the nutrients.
The glycerin has absorbed a lot of that. And it's
Exactly.
ready to go.
So now we can bottle it.
So how much of this am I going to drink?
Well, don't try drinking it.
Don't try drinking it?
No, it's very, very powerful, very strong. Usually it is taken by the drop, like 20 drops, 40 drops. We're going to use a little spoonful of it.
Okay.
So you can try it that way. And another way that you can use it is put it in a tea. So if you made a ginger tea, which is also really good for colds and flus, just take a teaspoon of it and put it in there and mix it up and drink it that way.
So actually then this is gonna last me. Can this last a while?
All season.
This could last all season.
Season long.
I can
Yes.
make this right at the
Yes.
beginning and just have the syrup ready to go.
And in order for it to be really effective, preventive, and to reduce severity and duration of flus and colds, what you want to do is take it often. Like if you take it every 2 hours or so in a little water, or just straight, just a little bit. That way you're going to get the effect.
All right, let's try it. I'm building my immunity. Well, it actually has a really great flavor, I guess, from
The berries.
The berries, and the glycerin is making it
Yes,
sweet. I
yes.
get that feeling of a syrup. And
You can feel it working in your throat too.
yeah, I can feel it work in my throat. And also, because I guess it tastes good, I'm not gonna object taking it every couple of hours.
That's right.
And it's gonna help me out, and it's gonna help you out when you make it yourself. Join us again on the cutting board for more great recipes like this. Thanks, Marlene.